Water. It's the most important resource on this planet. Without water, there'd be no life. But not all water is usable, which begs the question, how do we take filthy water, like this, and turn it into clean, safe water, like this? Now, believe it or not, Mother Nature has been doing a perfectly good job of filtering water for a very long time. Long before our species would walk upright, and long before we would slap her in the face with our scientific hubris. This is the process you and I call the water cycle. Now, in case you've forgotten, here's how this works. While there is technically no start of the process, we're going to start here, where water is in its most familiar form, a liquid. From its liquid form, the sun heats the water to the point of evaporation, where it then will take its vapor form and creates clouds. That vapor then cools to the point of freezing and will fall back to the earth in the form of snow or rain. And then the cycle repeats. Somewhere along the line, man decided that we deserve better. In today's world, we use advanced filtering and chemical treatment processes to make the water as clean and as safe as humanly possible. The pursuit of these processes took me to the Thamesford Water Treatment Facility. The water first enters the facility through the raw water pipe. While the water is moving through the pipe, it is being treated with a little bit of chlorine to help oxidize the water. From the raw water pipe, the water is sent to 3 large filters. Oxford County Wastewater Operations Coordinator Todd Gregg took some time to explain how these filters work.
And they're layers of like sand and gravel and activated charcoal, which kind of simulates the ground conditions. So when that water travels through the filter media, the iron and manganese get removed. So it cleans up the water and removes turbidity.
Once the water is done being filtered, it flows to the ultraviolet filters for disinfection. While the large filters addressed metals and dirt, the UV filters are there to kill harmful bacteria like E. coli and Cryptosporidium. Once the UV light has had its way with the increasingly safe and clean water, it's then sent to an underground reservoir where it gets at least 15 minutes of contact time with chlorine.
The bacteria is controlled by the injection of chlorine. So when we inject the chlorine, it's at a set amount based on the amount of water that's flowing through the plant, and it's at a sufficient level to kill any of the bacteria that's in the water. It's, all the studies have shown that it's safe. It's a very good or effective chemical to use on drinking water. Part of the filter process, every so often the filters have to be backwashed to clean them out. So the water will flow backwards through the filter, and then that water is discharged into a local reservoir here on the site, and then pumped from here to the sanitary sewer, and then it would get treated with the rest of the sewage.
The last area of water treatment we have to explore is nothing short of disgusting. I made my way down to the waste treatment facility in Port Burwell and almost immediately regretted my decision.
Heavy and has solids, has your debris, rags, whatever's flushed down the toilet, whatever is washed down the sink.
Bill Butler took the time to talk with me and even gave us a step-by-step tour.
This right here on the left-hand side is our auger unit. What it does, it collects any of the rags or any of the debris and disposes it into a dumpster at the back. So it gets out any of the heavier debris that we don't want to get into our pumps or anything like that. After it comes through our auger unit, it comes into our influent tank where there are 4 raw sewage pumps that pump it up into the headworks of the plant. As I described earlier, after the raw pumps in our grit chambers, it comes into our grit vortex separator. It uses cyclonic action to separate the grit and allow the grit to settle out. After it goes through our grit vortex separator, it comes back and it goes into the center tank of our SBR system. This is our center tank, which we call our equalization tank. What it does is we got 2 SBR tanks. This is a tank number 2 and tank number 1. As you can see over here on tank number 1, it's in a react cycle where it's adding air to the wastewater, allowing the oxygen with the bugs to have the bugs break down the solids. This is our UV channel where we have 2 sets of UV bulbs. UV is used to inactivate any of the E. coli bacteria. These are our sludge holding tanks. Periodically they come up, we have a mixing pump in the bottom of each tank that comes on and keeps our biosolids fresh, because we don't want it to sit and get stagnant and then it will get septic. This is our primary digester we have here. We allow it to settle out, and then it's using a pump, it's pumped in. We pump the surface water to supernatant back in the plant when there's our discharge line. Basically, we just want to have the water as clean and natural as it is in the lake before we discharge it to the lake. So we don't want to hinder the environment in any aspect.